Welcome back to the Mumbling Gamer, and today's mumble will be mumbling about PS Plus new services, including the Essentials, the Extras and the Premium. If you've been a long time PlayStation Plus user, you have seen the PlayStation Plus variations through the years, from the days where we got PlayStation 3 games to the days of recent memory where they gave us day one releases like Rocket League and Oddworld Soulstorm. PlayStation services are going into a new era, some may say a more confusing era.
So what is it?
What was just PS Plus and PS Now is now PlayStation Plus Essentials, Extra and Premium. This cements the death of PlayStation Now, but it has gone through a fusion of sorts. But unlike Dragon Ball, where they became one, in this version we get 3 different variations of PlayStation Now. Before we get into what PlayStation Plus is now, please give this video a like and a subscribe for more mumbles. So let's get into what these 3 things are. Now that both PS Now and PS Plus has combined, it combined both attributes like peanut butter and jam. We have the Essentials, the bread, peanut butter being the backlog of games being the extras, and then the premium, this being the full sandwich and the additional jam. What includes the more old school games like God of War 1 and Ape Escape 1 and 2 from before the PS3 era. This being the classics that are part of the premium package.
That's what she said.
From the PS1, PS2 and the PSP. But looking at the PSP catalogue, there is only Super Stardust Portable, and I have never heard of it, so obviously this will be the first game I try on the new PS Plus. Let's quickly look at the basics of the PlayStation Plus Essentials. This is basically the bare bones of the PlayStation Plus subscription. For this new era of PlayStation Plus, the Essentials are basically the same benefit. This includes making it possible for you to play games online. So if you have that game you love to play online, you'll need this one. You don't need it for free games like Fortnite and Warzone and Apex Legends. The other benefits of PS Plus are the free games. Well, free-ish games every month. We're still getting 3 games at this point in the subscription, but at the moment we'll have to see if this continues. We've had some hit and misses in the past, with some months being a lot better than others. So it really is just a waiting game to see if this PlayStation Plus Essentials, if you're just doing it for the free games, is going to be worth it. If you are a big online gamer for a certain game, or just in general a big online gamer, this is essential to you as the name applies. But looking at it right now, without hindsight or anything, I would say at the minute it's definitely worth it. Now we get to the newest stuff, or basically the PS Now stuff that has been stuffed into the PlayStation Plus Extra service. It does seem like some stuff has missed when getting stuff together, because as of now we're missing some massive games that were on the PS Now catalogue and not of the PS Plus Extra catalogue. The games that I know that aren't here that were on PlayStation Now is the Sly Cooper collection. I would say one of the biggest disappointments, as they are massive games with huge fan bases that will go out their way to play these games, as it's currently hard to play them, as there's a fan base still wanting these games. And PlayStation do own these IPs, making it even weird of a move, unless there is something in the work for Sly Cooper what we don't know about currently. This is definitely not a good step for the subscription.
You're running out of time, Sly!
However, it is still early days and they want to keep on adding these games hopefully every month, so we could maybe get them added in a couple of months, maybe even see them updated for the subscription service. And if they upgrade these games before putting them on, I think it will make a lot of fans even happier if when they do come to the PlayStation Premium, now it's washed that sour taste of missing games out of our mouth with some good games. The big change to the new PlayStation Plus Extra is bigger and better games like Death Stranding, Director's Cut, Demon's Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and the game I've been putting the most hours into, Returnal. At the minute, that does feel to be the case. If you missed the game over the last couple of years that you really want to play, this subscription service is definitely for you. The games on this subscription are great. If you have the space, you can download them straight to your console, making it pretty similar to the monthly game in the Essential subscription. There's definitely some heavy hitting games here that will appeal to the wider audience. There's still some big games missing, like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and Horizon Forbidden Dawn. Horizon Forbidden Dawn is understandable because it's not long since release. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart feels like it should have been a day one 1 release, with it being one of the main pushes for you buying a PlayStation 5. With nearly every Ratchet & Clank game releasing at the start of a generation, it was there to show what the PlayStation 5 could do, and that being part of the subscription could really have made people really want this subscription at the get-go. Obviously, there is a lot of time for this to be added. It's highly likely that Horizon Forbidden Dawn will even be added in the next maybe 6 months.
6 months later.
Why me?
Can't see Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart not getting added within them 6 months. There is a trial period for Horizon Forbidden West, and there obviously that will be to push you to buy that game. It does feel like now that all these subscription services are there, what is the point in kind of buying that game if you can wait a little longer? It's possible that the extra service of PlayStation Plus will grow to new heights, as it is trying to be a alternative to the Xbox Game Pass, so it's very likely that this new subscription will grow over time. Then lastly, we have the niche service, the PS Plus Premium Package, with it being the retro classic games. Looking at both of these subscription services and the games I've been playing, like the Returnal and the Extra Package, and games like Resident Evil 1 and Infamous 1 in the Premium Package, both games amazing, they're alright, but kind of feels like the subscription service should have swapped, as how much effort would go into making Returnal compared to porting one of these games to the Premium subscription. These retro games are pretty niche, with PS Plus catalogue being full of some great games, but the PSP, PS1 and PS2 compared to the PS3 catalogue are massive disappointment, with the only game within them 3 generations I want to play really being Ape Escape. This obviously will depend on the person though. So going into this subscription, I tried the PSP game first and was massively disappointed. I don't know if any of you played this game, but this basically kind of being just an asteroid game with you playing as a ship, going around and shooting the asteroids and dodging them. It's possible that the PSP could be in the near future a massive draw for this extra subscription, with a lot of hardcore fans loving the PSP system. There are so many good games what could be added to this subscription what have never been on console before and only handheld. They brought out so many different spin-off games. They could have had Dexter, Ratchet & Clank. I think Uncharted got an exclusive. Birth by Sleep is another one. Kingdom of Hearts, even though that did release in the collection. There's so many exclusive PSP games what have never made it to the consoles that could bring that audience what they're looking for. Could be this extra stardust on this premium subscription. But looking at them 3 era of games what they're bringing out, they just mostly remasters. A lot of them you could have already bought on the PlayStation Store. It feels like there needs to be a fine balance of retro games and remasters.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
There's definitely games to play like God of War 1, Infamous 1 and the Ape Escape series, but it feels like the service needs a lot of improving. Really looking at all 3 different subscriptions, there are good things and bad things, but all of them cater to a certain audience. If you like the couple of games a month in online gaming, the Essential subscription will be for you. If you want some extra games into your backlog from games that released in the last year-ish times, the Extra would be for you. And lastly, maybe the weakest service of the pack, the Premium, this being due to the lack of games for different generations. The only reason you probably get this if you really like the PS3 era. Time will only tell where these 3 subscriptions will end up at the minute. We are still very early days, but at the minute we're miles behind what the Game Pass is today, even though it does have 5 years on it. But it could easily catch up in the future, maybe with a couple of tweaks down the line. That's it for this Mumble, and please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next Mumble. Here's my shopping list of games that I want to come to PlayStation Premium service. Dexter, Ratchet & Clank, Ratchet, Sly Cooper Collection, Ratchet & Clank Collection.